All right, hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials Basics. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. After we get warmed up, we're going to be doing some step ups. If you have a staircase you can use or a step stool, and make sure you have it in an area that you feel nice and confident to step up on it. All right, let's go ahead and come on up to our feet to start. Start with our breathing. As you come up to your feet, I'm going to walk your feet in, have all the toes pointing straight ahead. Keep a nice soft bend in those knees and check in with your midline. Make sure you're not arched through that low back. So you can put your hands on your hips and just roll the hips back so you're nice and neutral through the midline. From here, let's take a nice deep breath in. Circle those arms around. Bring the forearms and the palms together. And then as you exhale, you're going to round yourself into a ball. So pull the belly in, tuck the hand and head down. And then we'll lift, open up on that inhale. Spread the arms, open the chest, turn the head up towards the ceiling. Good, work about 3 to 4 cycles here. Exhale, close down and in, chin to the chest, rounding forward. Inhale, lift and open. Lengthen through the spine as you open. Make sure you're not jamming into your low back at all. Just move through as it feels natural for you. Exhale, close. Curling your chin down to the chest. Inhale, open. Good. Final time. On this last one, try to exhale just a little bit longer than you normally would. When you're ready to inhale, drop the hands down and then stand up on the inhale. Good job. Walk the feet out just a little bit wider. Arms out to the side. And then we're going to bring them together in front of the body. We're going to do our torso rotations here. So stay rooted through those legs and pull yourself across. So you're going to rotate towards one side, turning the head as well. Breathe in as you come back to center, and then keep that bop, bend in the knees as you pull yourself to the opposite side. We're going to go twice to each side. Breathe in, back to center, and gently rotate your torso. Back to center, same thing, second side. Looking over that shoulder, turning the head, then down and relax. Good job. Relax those arms down, walk the feet in, and then we're just gonna do a little side step here. Open through the chest and shoulders, side step, arm swing. See if you can alternate which hand crosses over, and then rotating those palms forward, keeping the shoulders down out of the ears as you open up. Beautiful. Good, couple more. Fantastic. All right, from here, set your right foot down, setting it forward, step your left foot back behind you. See if you can just rock it back so you're on the heel, the left side. Taking your left hand to the right shoulder, grab onto the back side of that left hand, standing tall up out of the hips, shift the hip forward, and you want to have a long enough length here so that you don't want to push your knee in front of your foot of that lead leg. So if you need to lengthen the feet a little bit, and now we're going to grab that left arm, turn your body towards the right, squeezing the glute on that left side as you do so. Back to neutral. You can shift the hip back, shift the hip forward, if I can get my words here, and then turn towards the right. One more time. Rock it back, rock it forward, chest tall as you rotate. Very good. Walk that trail leg in. We're going to go same thing, other side. Step it back. Now right hand to the left shoulder, reaching around. Make sure your feet are long enough apart. And then shift the hips, squeeze the bum, and turn your body. 3 times. Rock it back, rock it forward, squeeze the glute, and gently rotate. So maybe one more. Back, forward, and shift. Fantastic, good. Coming up out of that when you're all done, walking those feet in, and we're gonna circle the hips around next. Good. All right, Shirley, we'll see you next time. Good, switch directions when you're ready. Rotate the hips the other way. Very good. All right, from here, you can either practice your balance or if you want to take a seat, I'm gonna just have this chair nearby to steady myself on. We're gonna do our ankle rolls. So warming up our ankles a little bit. Standing nice and tall or sitting down, pick one foot up, and then we're gonna twirl that ankle around anywhere between 5 and 10 times one way. Shoulders back and down, keep yourself tall as you stand here. You want to set that foot down for a moment and then we'll pick it back up and twirl it the other way. So twist it the other direction, point the toes, lift the toes. Excellent. And then let's switch legs. In between legs, even if you're seated, just kind of rock the hips side to side. There you go. And then second leg, set one foot down. If you're standing here with me, pull everything up as you come onto single leg support. And now we'll twirl that ankle around. Job 5 to 10 times. You can set that foot down for a second before you twist it the other way. Coming back up, standing tall, and rotate that ankle around the other direction. Very good. All right, we're getting ready for our step-ups next. Let's go ahead and grab a drink of water before we get started. And here's where you're going to want to bring that step stool into play. Now, if you don't have anything that you can step up on, we usually recommend doing our reverse giant step. So you step back and step up if you need a weight to work with. Hold my water bottle here. Otherwise, we're going to do the step ups and you're going to keep your foot up on the step throughout, and then we'll switch sides. We're going to go about 45 seconds on each side. So as you put your foot up there, see if you can get your whole foot up. So I'd like to not have the heel hanging off the back. Inch that foot forward, get as much of your foot onto the step as you can. Alrighty, chest tall, reaching those arms out, and when you're ready, here we go. Drive down to the chair, pull yourself up, and then pay attention to what's going on at the knee as you lower down. Lean into it, drive into your leg, pull tall. Keep your hips as level as you can as you step back. You're also watching the knee on the down. Sometimes it's going to drop in as you lower. So pay attention that it stays in good alignment. Reach out, stand tall, and taking it down. Good job. About 10 seconds left. A few more times. Good. Nice, Laura. Up, down. Finish that rep. Take a rest. We're going to go same thing on the other side. Alrighty, switch feet. Get that whole foot up there. Standing tall. 2, 1. Here we go. And our goal here, obviously keeping the knee level, hips level. Ideally, we'd like to see that full hip extension on that single leg. So that means you want to try to stand all the way up, extending the hip, and then your opposite leg will come down. Good. Push through the foot. You want to drive down into that step. That's where you create that force and that strength gets generated. Push it up, control down. Watching the knee. Very good. Couple more. Up, back, and last one. Drive up and take it back. Good job. Take a rest there. Excellent. From here, we're going to work the upper body a little bit. So come to somewhere, you're going to do an elevated plank option if you want to row those arms. So I'm going to use this bench here. Walk the feet back, reaching out, place both hands just underneath the shoulders. And then you want to bring your hips level to your upper body if you can. You just don't want to arch here. Chin in. If you want to do the rows, you're going to row one elbow up, place it down with a nice wide handprint, and you'll be alternating arms here. All right, if you haven't joined me, go ahead and come on in. We're going to go a total of 45 seconds. You get to where you feel like you're going to give out or you can't hold a good position, please come on up and take a rest. Otherwise, midline really strong, pulling that belly in towards the spine as you switch sides. I'm showing it without any weights on this first round. We can add some weights next round if we'd like. That's 30 seconds if anybody wants to take a rest there. Otherwise, holding strong for another 15. Really push solid through those arms. Good. Nice elbow position, Laura. Straight up, straight down, and take a rest. Good job. Walk those feet in. Come on up. All righty. We're gonna take about 30 seconds if you want to grab a short drink, and we'll be back to our step ups. We're gonna do that twice more. All right, if you know that you have one side a little bit weaker than the other on your legs, use your more challenging side first. So I'm gonna start, it's gonna be my right leg, your left if you're mirroring me. Place that foot all the way onto your stair, and 2, 1, here we go. Knees in alignment, hips in alignment, keeping that foot up there throughout. Stand tall as you bring that opposite foot up to meet your first. Good. Down, step it up. Really focusing to push the foot into the chair. Good. 10 seconds. Drive the foot down, standing all the way up. There you go. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. In between legs, just gently rock the body side to side. If you need a little break for the hips, circle them around a little. Good, and then when you're ready, we'll get ready with that second foot. Set that foot up there, try to get that whole heel onto your step. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Drive into the stair, standing tall. Sinking back. Up and open, back and down. Nice. Doing great. Over halfway. Still keeping some focus on the knee. Those knees tend to drop in. The hips tend to kick out. Pulling up through the core as you move. Good, maybe one more now. All the way up, standing tall. And take a pause. All right, we're gonna head back to that plank row. If you do wanna use a weight, you could take a weight and set it down on your surface if it works for you, right between the hands. Very good. From here, wide handprint as you place those hands down, walk the feet back. And if you're gonna use your weight, you would pick it up with one hand, pull the elbow high, set it down as you switch hands. So begin whenever you're ready. Like I said, we'll work for 45 seconds. I'll tell you when we're at 30. Nice. Nice high elbow position, pulling the shoulder back on the rib cage as you row. Good. Tendency will be for the hips to start to drop down, kind of what gravity pulls us forward. So you want to keep lifting them up. That's our 30-second mark. Anytime you need to shorten the intervals, there's not anything wrong with that. Actually, it's usually smart if you can tell your body needs to rest a little bit sooner. 3, 2, 1. There's our 45. All righty, come on up. Grab some water. That's our second round. We're gonna do it one more time. All righty. And I'm not demoing with any weight on the steps because I just feel like there's maybe too many obstacles or too much anything that's unstable. You could use weight if you feel confident to do so, either in both hands, underneath the chin. Otherwise, just stay unweighted and have a good focus. All right, your non-dominant legs, the leg that gives you more challenge, place that one on the stair first. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Step it back, keeping that foot up on the stair throughout. Watch the hips, watch through the knee. Knees tend to drop in, hips tend to kick out. Good, look strong. With those eyes up as well. Gotta find a spot straight ahead to focus on. Very good. That's our 30-second mark. Take it through another 15. Pull the stomach in as you stand up. That's going to help brace your body. And 2, 1, and take a pause. Good job. Feel free to circle the hips a hair. Last time, second side. All righty, get that second foot up there. Hold foot on the box if you can, or on your bench. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Some good work with the legs here today. A little bit of some squatting coming up next, but not a whole lot. We're going to be doing 2 rounds of squatting with some balance work. Stay focused here all the way through this second leg. Big toe pushes into the step. Continuously pulling that midline up, holding yourself tall, holding yourself strong. We're over 30 seconds in now, 10 to go. Two, 1, and all done there. Good job. Just the planks. Option of rowing the dumbbell. Alrighty, make your way into position. Walk the feet about hip width apart. Spread those hands nice and wide as you come into your support. And 3, 2, 1, when you're ready. Option to row those elbows high, with or without weight. And whether you're using weight or not, try to kind of make that habit to pause in the top of that row. So I'm going to pull the hand towards my torso, squeezing the shoulder blade in towards the spine, and just hold it for a moment, and then lower it down. Want to hold that position because that's where we want to get stronger, sitting that shoulder blade back on the rib cage. We're over halfway if you're going the full 45. I'll tell you when we hit 30. Oh, that's 30. Keep breathing. Coming up on that 45-second mark, and 3, 2, 1, and all done there. Good job. Walk it in. Grab a drink. That's our longest segment. Alrighty, from there, let's go ahead and touch the toes, or at least reach for the toes. Walk those feet in. Hands on the thighs. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Bring the chin down to the chest. And just nice and slow here. Gonna slide down the legs. You choose. How far do you feel you want to go? Don't want to ever force anything. Just far enough to get a nice gentle stretch in the back. Breathing a couple of breaths in the back of the rib cage. And then when you're ready, you'll start to make your way back up. Tuck those hips under. Come up nice and gradual. Fantastic. As you come on up, go ahead and roll those shoulders back. Open through the chest. Fantastic. Good. Keep the shoulders moving around. All right, from here, we're gonna make our way into our next series. It's just gonna be 2 rounds. So first, we're gonna work our squats. If you wanna use the chair or anything to hold on to, you can. If you feel pretty steady in your squats, you don't have to hold on. You're gonna walk your feet nice and wide, soft bend in those knees. As you lower down, you're gonna reach your arms out or you're gonna hold on. So when you're ready, you're gonna send the knees wide, send the hips back, keeping that chest tall. Yeah. And then similar to how we did with the single leg into the bench, now you're gonna push both legs down into the floor, sitting back, knees wide, and drive and stand. Good job. We're gonna go about another 30 seconds here. Taking your time as you sink. Beautiful. Woo, hello legs. Push those knees out wide, keeping the chest tall. Looks great, Laura. Beautiful. You know, between 1 and 3 more. All the way up, all the way down. I'm gonna take it through one more time. Reaching, standing, and take a rest. Beautiful. For the balance work, we're gonna be doing our tandem stance, which essentially are standing on a tightrope. So let's step your left foot in front, pull everything up to the midline, and then you're gonna see if you can step the right foot so it's directly behind the left, as if you're on the balance beam. Then stack the shoulders over the hips, arms out to the side, and we're gonna hold this for 30. Good, I'm seeing me, I'm starting to arch back. So ribs down, keep them stacked right over the shoulders. Look straight ahead. Nice. Halfway. Soft bend in the knees. Keep pulling that midline in. Almost there. Great job. Don't let those shoulders start to creep up. Bring them down and rest. Good job. Walk the feet out. Let's circle the hips in between sides. Nice and smooth. 3 to 5 one way. Good. And switch it up. Taking it around the other way. Splendid. All right, from here, we're gonna step your right foot in front, walk that left foot behind, set both heels down, lift everything up, and 2, 1, here we go. And that wobble is common, right? You're gonna have that wobble, your body's trying to find where you are. Keep the chest broad, eyes looking straight ahead. We're over halfway, 10 seconds left. Good. Ribs down, we tend to start to lean back, so keep them over top and give it a break. Awesome job. We'll take 45 seconds, so let's grab a good drink. And before we, maybe we'll have a little bit longer than 45, because I'm gonna give you a little bit of a challenge here. This will also be some balance work, but I do recommend holding on a little bit. If you can do it, I'm gonna try to grab that foot to stretch the quads before we go into our last round of squats. So if you can, grab the foot, pull the heel towards the glute. We'll hold about 20 seconds on each side. Nice. Encouraging that leg to go back. Go ahead and set that foot down. Same thing on the other side. Standing tall. Grab that other leg. This is a hard one, so if you can't do it yet, no worries. Good, 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna go one more round through. If you are pretty confident on your squats, if you want to hold some weight on round 2, you're welcome to it. 2, 1, release that foot. Alrighty. 10 seconds, we'll be back to our squats. We're gonna practice these for a minute. You can do the whole time with us or part of the time. Hold some weights if you'd like. Alrighty, set those feet about hip width apart. Turn those toes out so they're pointing about 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. You had the dial of the clock on the ground. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. So feel free to hold on as you need or reach those arms straight out. Nice and smooth, good. Reaching back, sinking down, and stand, good. Sink, sink, sinks. Reach those hips as far as you're confident. Then open up at the top, nice. Take your time as you're sinking into the bottom. You're gonna come far enough down that you get that range of motion, but ideally trying to avoid any pain. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you're just like, oh, my body is talking to me, but ideally we wanna have it either be a consistent feeling as we move, or ideally we would like to see it get a little bit better as we move, kind of getting some more range of motion. 10 seconds, 1 or 2 more, reaching it back. Standing tall, it's our last bit of squats for the day. And 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Good job. Getting ready for the tandem stance. Left foot forward. Sit down, walk the right foot behind. Just coming to positions, a little bit of a challenge. Stack the shoulders over the hips, lift everything up. Here we go. Good. Feeling that wobble. Woo. Halfway. Hello, balance. There you go, 10 seconds, you got it. Palms forward, shoulders back. 2, 1, and come on out. Same thing, other side. Now Now your left foot in front, right foot in front rather, left foot behind, shoulders over the hips. Excellent. Here we go. 30 seconds on this side. Nice. Broad chest here. Keep pulling the arms back. Good. We're over halfway. Oops. Nice. Laura, you're on today. 2, 1, and rest. Excellent job. Step on out of that. All right, let's grab some water and let's take a seat in the chair. We're gonna do a couple of stretches from seated before we get into our final circuit. All right. So as we sit down, I want to give some opening through the mid back a little bit. So we're going to do like a seated version of the cat-cow. I like to come to the edge of the chair so the feet can be firmly planted on the ground. Bring your hands to the bottom of the thighs, and then you're going to roll the shoulders forward, pull the belly in, tuck the head down towards the chest, similar to what we did on the warm-up breathing. And then as you inhale, lift the chest, slide the hands up the thighs, and turn your head towards the ceiling. Good. That's going to be our rhythm. You'll exhale, roll forward, try to get a little bit of rounding through the back, and then inhale, gently arch the back. Roll those shoulders, lift the head and chest. Take it through about 5 cycles. Very good. Couple more times. All the way up. And go ahead and rest. Good job. Mid-back rotations next. So if you need to readjust on the chair, let's start with your left hand behind the head. You're going to bring that left elbow to the right thigh. You're going to sit tall. Push your right hand gently against the right knee as you turn and look over the left shoulder. 5 times here. Breathe in as you close, elbow towards the thigh, and gently exhale as you twist. Good. Try to breathe in through the nose if you can, and then out through the mouth. Keep those airways open best you can if you're avoiding the allergies this time of year. So let's take it through one more and then we'll switch sides. Good. Same thing, second side. Gently using the hand on the inside of the knee if you want to give a little extra rotation. Let's go 2 more. Last one. Very good. And once you finish rotations on that side, we'll do a little seated toe touch here, pulling the belly in once again, sliding the hands down the legs, and just reach it out, lower the head down. Get a gentle stretch into your low back. There you go. Hang out here for maybe about 3 cycles of breathing, whatever feels comfortable to you. And then when you're ready, you can walk the hands up the legs, come on back up, and then make your way back up to standing. We're going to be doing some overhead work in this next piece, as well as some cross crawl practice. And the very first exercise is a good morning. Those of you that know the deadlift, if you want to do the deadlift, you can as well. I'm going to demo the good morning on the first round, and then I'll show the deadlifts on sets 2 and 3. Very similar. All right. Here we go. All right, so as you come back up to standing, you're going to want to have a weight. If you do want to press up to overhead, if you're someone that has any discomfort in the shoulders, you don't have to push weight up to overhead. And if it doesn't work for you to reach overhead, see if you can reach out in front of your body. Just try to mimic as close as you can to that overhead reach. We're going to be about 30 seconds for each exercise. If you're comfortable to hold a weight, you'll get a light weight. You're going to hold it up underneath your chin. We're going to do the good mornings first. So you can also cross the hands over, hold it right against the chest. Have all the feet pointing straight ahead, all the toes pointing straight ahead. Soft bend those knees as you pull the belly in, and then long spine here as you send those hips back. Bowing down towards the floor, squeeze the glutes and stand. So here we go, 30 seconds. Long spine, bowing forward, and then squeeze the glutes, standing straight up. Good. Over. Looking down as you bow forward. Good. Inching down. Standing tall. 10 seconds. Looks great. Straight down and up. Nice. Shoulders stacked straight over the hips, the top. Let's go one more. Down, up, and rest. Very nice. Go ahead and set your weight down if you're using it. Good. In between sides, we're going to work a little bit of our cross crawl pattern. So you're going to bring the arms out to the side, stand up nice and tall. We're going to go straight arms, straight legs on round one. You're looking to come opposite hand to the opposite foot. If you don't feel like you're steady enough right now to go on to one leg support, you can keep both feet on the ground and just hinge the hips, reaching across the opposite foot. Otherwise, 15 seconds left. Lift up, reach across, nice. Like you're trying to reach towards the opposite knee or thigh. Good. Up and 2, 1, and rest. Good job. We're doing our overhead press next. Let's start on the left side. So if you are using a weight or you can make a fist, you're gonna bring the hand up to your left shoulder. Right hand can rest on your abdomen here so you can keep an eye, and take your left foot and step it back just a little bit, take a little stagger stance. Very nice. From here, when you're ready, you're gonna push straight up to overhead, elbow comes forward. Good job. 30 seconds here. Elevate through that shoulder best you can. There you go. Elevate, push, control down. If you can focus on doing so, see if you can kind of squeeze the glute on that trail leg. So the left glute, I'm trying to kind of clench it a little bit as I press. There you go. Down, last one. And go ahead and rest. Good job. Set the weight down. In between arms, we're gonna come back to some blood flow, a little bit of march and punch. So bring the hands up to about 90 degrees at the shoulders. And when you're ready, you're gonna punch across the body, lifting the opposite knee. Exhale as you do so. Good. So we're practicing lifting those knees up, lifting the foot up, and then that cross pattern of the upper body, crossing the body. Exhale as you do so. Good, and show control. Lift up, hips level. Nice. Good. Do one more. And rest. Good job. Back to the overhead press on the opposite side of the body. So it should be your right hand this time. Bringing the weight to the right shoulder, stepping your right foot back, left hand on the upper abdomen. When you're ready, nice and smooth, straight up to overhead, elbow comes forward. Good. Try to squeeze the glute on that trail leg. Very nice. Good, Laura. Good reach. 10 seconds. And 2, 1, and take a pause. Nice. Alrighty, and then to end this series, we're gonna do kind of like a little bit of a dynamic side stretch where you reach the hand across, kind of shift the hips slightly, like reaching up, crossed, and stretch side to side. There you go. Lengthen, sway the hips gently, a couple more on each side. Nice. Very good. All right, that completes series 1. I'm gonna take you through it twice more. You can stick with that good morning like we did together on the first round, or if you wanna join me for the deadlift, I'll be picking the weight up off the ground for set 2. All righty, so if you're gonna do the deadlift, set that weight down on the ground. We're gonna have the feet about hip width apart and you wanna stand right over top. Soft bend the knees, neutral in the belly, and then here we go. Bowing forward like the good morning. Pick your weight up, squeeze the glutes as you stand. Nice. Long spine as you lower down. Yep. You can either take it all the way to the floor or maybe mid-shin, knee height might feel best. So I'm trying to avoid any strain in that low back. Squeeze the glutes, standing tall. Stack those shoulders straight over the hips. Down and up. Good. Controlling down. Smooth the stand. Maybe one or two more. Pull the belly in as you lower forward. Nice. Last time. And take a rest. Good job. We're going to go back to the cross crawl pattern. So make sure you have a clear space. On round one, we did straight arms, straight legs. Stick with that if that's pretty challenging, or elbow to the knee with the bent arm, bent knee. 30 seconds here. You'll feel you really need to stabilize as you come onto that single leg. So push the big toes down, lift up through that midline. Woo, good. Yep, there you go. Great job. Last one. And pause. All right, our overhead work. Start in your non-dominant arm. That's typically going to be your left side. Going to bring it up to your left shoulder. Stagger step with the left foot stepping back. And when you're ready, straight up to overhead. Elbow comes forward. Try to squeeze the bum of that trail leg. Breathe in lower. Exhale as you press. Beautiful. That chin pulled in. Sometimes we want to lose that head forward. And last one. Very nice. Set it down in between sides. We're going back to the march and punch. Or you can take a full rest if you need it. Shake those arms out. Pull the hands up to about the shoulder height. And when you're ready, lifting up before you switch sides. Shift the weight to one side. Lift the knee. Lift the foot also. And then shoulders height. Punch. Keep that hand up by the shoulder. Beautiful. Good. I love it. Yeah. Try to have that control. So pulling everything up and in. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Opposite arm on the overhead press. Most of you, it's going to be your right arm. Bring that weight to the shoulder. Step the right foot back. Left hand on the abdomen. Here we go. If you can squeeze the tush of that trail leg, still trying to fire the glutes. Excellent. Good lift to overhead. Keep those shoulders moving. There you go. 10 seconds. Good. In, set 2, and take the rest. Good job. Set it down. We'll do that dynamic side stretch. So the feet about hip width apart. Just kind of glide through the body. Reach the arm across. Reach one arm up. Gently shift the hips and just start to lengthen through the side body here. Stretching the side. Good. Reaching across. Nice. And see if you feel comfortable. Do so. Kind of glance up at the hand as it reaches up to overhead. So I'll step, I'll reach, and I'll peer up ever so slightly. Maybe one more time on each side. Good. There we go. All right, we'll take 30 seconds and then we'll be into our third and final rounds. If you've had enough for the day, feel free to hang out. It'll be about 3 minutes and we'll be into our cool down stretch. And as last round, you can still keep with that good morning or join us for the deadlifts. You're gonna be doing that deadlift. You're gonna set that weight down right between the feet, standing tall, and here we go. Bowing forward, squeeze the glutes as you stand. Knees drive wide. Good. Belly pulled in towards the spine, controlling down. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Very good. Over and up. Over and up. Good job. 2, 1, and rest. We're doing that cross crawl next. Those of you that are taking a break, if you're seated in the chair, you can join us for the cross crawl, bringing the elbow towards the opposite knee. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up and across, bringing it together. Really key here. We want to stabilize. So lifting up, reaching through. Exhale gently as you pull that knee towards the opposite elbow. Very good. Especially those of you seated, if you want a little extra challenge, pause. Knee to the elbow, try to hold it there and then open. Good. Hold and then open. Fantastic. Take a rest. All righty, last time through on the overhead press. Let's go left arm to start. Bring that weight up to the shoulder. Left foot steps back, right hand on the abdomen. 2, 1, and here it is. Smooth reach, nice. There you go. Up, chin in, keeping that arm moving, nice and smooth to overhead. Excellent. Trying to squeeze the glute. Those of you still standing. So trying to fire the hip on that trail leg. Couple more, up, down, last one. Reach, lower, and rest. Good job. March and punch in between sides. This can also be done from the chair, lifting the knees up, punching the arms across. 2, 1, here it is. Up, down. Good, and similar to like we did with the knee to elbow, you can pause and then lower. Good. Exhale as you punch. Inhale as you come back. There it is, first 15 seconds done. Woo, got a little off balance on that one. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're almost there. Final overhead press. Right side of the body. Good. Right foot steps back, left hand on the belly. Keep that midline in check. When you're ready, here it is. Up and down. Good. Don't forget to smile every once in a while you're exercising and to reinforce some positive hormones with your exercise. Sometimes it certainly feels like a chore, but you got to stay connected to why do we do it. We want to stay strong in our body, stay independent and mobile in our lives. And all done there. Fantastic. All righty, set that down. And our side stretch, you can do this seated as well. Just reaching across, reaching up here, up at that hand, and then to the other side. Lengthen that side body. Now it's pretty common to feel some stiffness in the low back. And usually we kind of go to like a forward fold to stretch that low back. That's not necessarily wrong, but also it's all interconnected. So you can add stretching out the side of the body as well when the low back's stiff. And then also the front of the hips. Good job. Go ahead and rest in that side stretch. And let's go ahead and just finish with that hip stretch before we come back to the chair to finish out the hour. So if you are sitting in the chair, if you're able to come back up one last time, we're going to do the tricep stretch. You do want to stay seated, just do the triceps from seated. Otherwise, those of you standing, we're going to add the hip flexor into it. So let's start on the left side of the body. You'll step your left foot back once again, chin in, reach that left arm up, ribs still try to keep those folks down, bend at the elbow, pull that chin in as you reach around, and now you're going to pull that elbow back. Good. And we can open the hips at the same time. Push that hip forward, squeeze the glute. It's just a subtle movement. Eyes looking straight ahead. And now bend your body to the side, taking it towards your right side. Breathe in, come back to neutral, chin in, stay tall, and gently take it to the side. Anywhere between 3 and 5 times here, up and down. Very nice. Good, shake it out. And same thing, opposite side. Set the foot, step it back, ribs down. Reach your right arm up this time, bending at the elbow, up and around. Good. Hips forward, eyes up, and bending towards your left side. Breathe in, back to neutral. Exhale, taking it to that side bend. Good, 3 to 5 here. And shake it out from there. Fantastic. All right, grab your waters and then meet me in the chair. All right, first one we're gonna do, seated, it's gonna be our seated rotations with the shoulder rolls. So right hand, left thigh. You wanna cross this left leg over, you can do that, and then left hand to the left shoulder. So we're pulling through this left thigh, looking over that shoulder, and then circle the shoulder around. Trying to get that shoulder blade to move up and down. So we're kind of focused on moving the elbow, but you wanna try to feel some movement. It's subtle. And not necessarily counting reps here, but roughly 10 times or so. Still turning the head as well. Encourage a little bit more rotation through the spine. And when you're ready, release there. Same thing, other side. Sit tall. Option to cross the leg over. Right hand to the right shoulder, looking over that right shoulder. And then about 10 times, circle that elbow backwards. Training that shoulder blade to sit back and down on the rib cage. Breathe in, gently exhale. And go ahead and rest there. Fantastic. All righty, coming forward, we're gonna give some attention to the upper body with the head and neck area. So quite a bit of rotation. Let's do some flexion and extension. So seated tall. We're just gonna start by looking up and down without any assist. So just gently look up. And then you're gonna look straight ahead, chin to the chest, looking down. Ooh, that one really feels in the back of the neck. Good, we're gonna do that twice more. If you want, you can cross the hands over the collarbones just in front. Downward tissue pull the skin, gently looking up there. And then as the chin goes to the chest, if you want, you can gently top of the head. Twice more, looking up. Not twice more, once more. And chin to the chest, looking down very gently. Excellent, good. From here, if you're in a padded chair, you can turn the palm up, lift the hips, set that hand right underneath the sit bone. We're looking at traction the shoulder back and down. So you can also just imagine rolling it back and down, sitting tall, chin towards the chest. You're gonna take your left hand, fingertips on the right side of the head, and then just pull, looking down towards your, let's see, left collarbone. And ideally we want to feel this kind of like where the muscles come up and insert into the back of the neck, and then they travel along the side of the spine down to those trap area. When you're ready, come up and release that. Same thing, other side. If you'd like to traction that hand down, traction that shoulder back, sitting tall, chin in, looking it towards the opposite collarbone. Very lightly. And just hold for a couple of breaths. And come on out of that. Good job. And then our rotation. So as you sit tall, you're gonna look over one shoulder and you can use 2 fingers up on the cheekbone. So on your cheekbone, gently guide that head around, holding for about 2 cycles of breathing. Then we'll do the same thing the other way. We're gonna do this twice on each side. Sit tall, turn the head, gently give some overpressure. And I think it's obvious, but never hurts to mention, never ever forcing any of our stretches, but especially the head and neck. Let's go one more time each way. Look over that shoulder, stay long, and just guide. Maybe get another degree or so of rotation. Very nice. And second time, second side, turn the head, guide the head in that direction. And release. Beautiful. From there, let's just gently roll the head around. Looking up. Think about bringing the ear towards the shoulder. 2 to 3 times in one direction. And then switch. Take it the other way. Fantastic. Finish those neck circles. And then our very last piece, just to help reduce some tension in the upper traps. And we're going to use some breathing to assist. So you're going to breathe in nice and deep. Elevate those shoulders up towards the ears. And then as you exhale, you're going to depress your shoulders back and down. This is where we want them to live. Twice more. Inhale, elevate. Exhale, open the chest, lower the shoulders. Good. Last time. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Relax. Fantastic. Anything else? Anywhere else you maybe hold a little bit of tension, kind of move the body through it. Otherwise, thank you so much for showing up, taking care, and stay hydrated throughout the day, and we'll look to see you next time.